Ladies and gentlemen, I thank the Development people. I welcome to the stage David Shoebridge and Senate candidate Kate Beerman. And I am greatly privileged, having grown up in New South Wales, having had my whole life influenced by the beauty, the peace, the serenity of the bush, to be here to be defending the peace, the serenity and the bush of New South Wales. Ladies and gentlemen, we stand in front of a great church, spiritual centre in Sydney. We stand opposite a centre of democracy, the Parliament, the oldest Parliament in Australia. Guns are banned in the first, guns are banned in the second, but Premier O'Farrell has invited guns into the greatest cathedral of them all, which is our national park. It's the wrong way. He should be ashamed of himself. John Muir, the great Scotsman who went to the United States and established the world's first national parks, and the second was the Royal National Park here in New South Wales, worked on the ethos that we go out into the wilds to find ourselves. We don't go out into the wilds to find bullets and guns, Barry O'Farrell. There is in this a spiritual dimension in the wilds, because we all come from wild nature. Our bodies and our minds are created by nature and the biosphere of this planet. We have taken it upon ourselves now to be controllers of that biosphere. And if we are just controllers but not custodians, we are ultimately on a path to spiritual barrenness and self-destruction. Premier O'Farrell, that's what you are doing. That's the path you are on. It is the wrong way. Go back. And when we hear from Bob Davis about that bill in the US Senate, they will be quoting Premier O'Farrell's secret deal to destroy the serenity of New South Wales national parks, to get guns into national parks in the United States. This cancerous, destructive, spiritually downward idea, this blighted idea of Premier O'Farrell will spread. What next? An Abbott government opening up World Heritage around this country to bullets and guns. Is that what the coalition, because we must believe that is coming next. If we don't hear it from the coalition at national level. Well, I come back to why we are all here today. It's for the children, it's for our future generations, and it's for our fellow creatures on this planet. It's for the marsupials, the fish that swim in the rivers. It's for the eagles that fly and soar in the skies. It's for our fellow creatures who give us the variety of life and that feeling that we as human beings have a beautiful backdrop which lifts our spirits, which fires our creativity, which gives us adventure, excitement, and brings us together where we come from in the wilds. And there are few places, other than New South Wales, anywhere on the planet, that has had a series of governments, always motivated by the power of the people, which have been sacrosanct, and which are worked in by people who love nature, and love and cherish and want to protect those national parks. And Premier O'Farrell is firing a bullet right through that ethos. He must desist. He must go back. He must withdraw from that. And ladies and gentlemen, come, please make way for that fire truck.